Well, howdy folks. Coming to you from earlier inside my van. It's the real King Elvis. Believe it. Believe that. That's right. Well, I could keep doing that for another 15-20 minutes, but I wouldn't want to ride on anybody's coattail. But I like the glasses though. Anyway, today I'm back to home base here, and I got a couple issues with the van. And while I'm looking at and doing a couple of the repairs, I want to talk to you a little bit about the video that I recorded and edited and posted yesterday, because I wanted to I was hoping for some more comments and whatnot, but I think that it's I think what I talked about in yesterday's video is kind of hard to just write a comment. I think it's something that really needs to be talked about one-on-one or with a group of people, face-to-face. I don't think it's something that could just be commented in one short paragraph or sentence. So I'll get into that later, and then I'll get into some other things I wanted to talk about. Yo, so what's up? So one of the things that I'm gonna try to repair today, if I can find a replacement, I may have to get it online, but it's the battery isolator. And down here this morning to try to get some numbers off of here to see what kind of amperage it is, so I can match that up with a new one that I buy. So let's see if I can get the camera in there and see. Might need a flashlight here. Let's see here. There we go. It's 130 amp. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna call a couple local RV part stores in the area and see if they don't have a 130 amp battery isolator. Now, the reason why I want to go ahead and replace it is I don't know, maybe the cold might be messing with it. Yeah, I got some grease on me. Maybe the cold's been messing with it, but several months ago I noticed that the headlights would they were flickering, you know, high and dim, low and high, whatever. And then also I noticed when the van's running, my lights and the furnace fan doesn't so yeah, so I noticed that the you know, when the van's running, that thing's not working right, the isolator. I think it just completely stopped working. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with one that matches up with the amperages and everything, which is another big reason why my battery bank has been really, you know, crapping out on me. because obviously if the alternator is not charging those batteries as I'm going down the road, I'm relying only on the generator to charge the battery with the built-in battery charger. So but I still want to get a solar panel, maybe 2 of them, put on the roof. I'll be doing that shortly as well. But I think first things first, get the isolator. That's going to help charge the batteries, like I said, while I'm going down the road. So okay, well, I've searched and searched around my area, and I had no luck. So I'm looking on Amazon here, and I'll just show you what they are. Focus 130 amp dual battery isolator, $81. So if there's anyone out there, would you please help me out and send me $81 to get this isolator? That is begging. No. I think I'm going to go ahead and order it. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and try to find, keep looking on here and see if I can't find one that is prime. That way I can get it within 2 days or whatever. And then once it gets here, I'll install it and make a video on that as well. But yeah, that would be begging. You know, please help me out to get this, to buy that. Just to go back toward my yesterday video, with the whole e-begging thing and whatnot. It's a shame that a couple people really did a number on that and kind of ruined it. You know, they took advantage. But like I said, I'll probably be putting the little donation button. I don't really care if anyone donates or not. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, I'm not really concerned, and also I don't ask people for money, especially not strangers and whatnot. And of course, you know, family member or something like that, if something, you know, really bad happens and I need help, you know, family should be the #1 place that you can go. So no, I don't feel like I fall in that category with these e-beggars and stuff. The little donation button is just something there. Just, you know, if anyone wanted to donate, whatever, it's up to them. I don't really care either way. I'll be fine without any kind of donations. But I think the reason why YouTube added that is to really help these filmmakers out, because you know they're not really getting paid to do it. It does take time out of their life, and if they were able to get paid a better salary or whatever that they can actually survive on, then their idea of doing that is to for YouTube to get more videos out there from us. Because with me, for instance, I work. I have I wouldn't say a full-time job, but I work, which cuts in the time that I could be videoing. But that's the main reason why YouTube put that down there. Obviously, they don't have the resources or enough money to pay everybody that is on YouTube. So it's supposed to just help people out and grow content and stuff like that. So like I said, it's really a shame that several people out there really took advantage of it and is just sitting there trying to rely on it and being lazy and not really wanting to work, or maybe they don't have the right education or whatever, you know. So, but yeah, it's a shame that now that kind of thing has a bad label, or you know. But again, I don't think that everyone that has a donation button is sitting there trying to beg people for money. I don't see it that way. Some people do. I don't. Not everybody is sitting there begging for money. Again, I think it just helps filmmakers out there to, you know, be able to have time and actually put more videos out there. Anyway, all right, so I talked to a couple techs, yeah, so I talked to one of the techs there because I was concerned about the battery isolator. They do have a couple in stock. They have a 120 amp and 140 amp. They don't have the 130 amp. So I just wanted to confirm with a tech that knows a little bit more about it, and he told me that I would be fine with putting 140 amp on there. You just don't want to go back in amperage or down in amperage. Like if I went to 120 or 90 even, he said that's something you don't want to do, but he said it's not a problem going up in the amperage. So I think I'm gonna head that way now and pick that up. But I had a couple other things I had to do today. I have to pull the generator box off so I can get some more propane. And then I wanted to show you guys a couple more things. So I don't know what I want to do first. I guess I'll go ahead and pull the generator off and take care of the propane first. Alright, so now I'm on my way to the campsite, RV campsite, which they happen to have a propane fill tank. So I'm gonna go get some propane, fill it back up, and go through this whole process of getting propane. This way of my propane tank and everything, I'll video what's involved when I get there, but it's a pain in the ass. And then also when I get back to home base, I'll show you guys what I've kind of been working on, or what I'm trying to get ready to start working on. Hey, how's it going? All right. Hey, you don't mind if I videotape the process, do you?
I don't care.
Okay. No, I just have a YouTube channel. I just want to go through the process. In the future, I'm trying to do away with the system I have now, because I'm kind of relying on places like this, which is not bad, but if I'm stuck somewhere, I like the opportunity to just get a tank, you know, from Walmart or whatever. Can you do that and fill up?
Yeah.
Oh.
What they call extended stay. Just taps right into your regulator. Is it on the other side?
It's right here, actually.
Okay. If it's you can get an extended stay and tap in a 100-pound bottle, or a 20, a 30, a 40.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's just simple.
And it's called extended stay, and I guess that's like a device that plugs on.
Yeah, where your regulator is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I don't really see it. It's at the end of this line. Well, that's not it. But anyway, it's called an extended stay. And I had a motor home, and I put a line in there.
Oh, would it be this right here?
That could be.
I thought that was for
no, that's where you can hook it up right there.
Oh.
It's a quick connect. It just plugs in.
Is that off or on right now?
It's off.
Okay. I was thinking that was for a grill.
Well, it could be the same thing, but you know, you're running out of your tank faster.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you can do the same thing. The extended stay is a quick plug-in. And you can set a 20, 30, 40, whatever pound bottle out there.
Oh, sweet. Okay, that's good to know.
All you got to do is you got a spare bottle then. The only drawback is it's inside your vehicle.
Right.
You can put you got a hitch here. You can put one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have a box that I sit on here, and that's another reason is because before I come here, I had to pull all that off so that you can get to the valve, and it's kind of a hassle.
Yeah, but that's a way to do it.
Okay.
You can take and set your hitch here with a tray and strap a bottle down on it.
Okay. Now I do have a.
Is this turned off? Nope.
It's on. I do have a little valve right there that says that you're supposed to open it.
Yeah, that's for the bleeder valve.
Bleeder valve. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I hate these things because they pack them in there so far in.
Yeah, this is kind of a. To me, I think it's a bad.
Totally empty. Is it totally empty?
No, it shows it has.
Because you got nothing coming out here.
A little less than a half. Well, it's in the red. It's pretty low. See there on the.
Yeah, it's probably empty.
Yeah.
But basically, that bleeder valve is another safety.
I got you.
When you start spitting liquid out of there, that means it's full.
Right.
Because you can only fill these 80%.
Okay.
So this has an auto shut-off valve.
Okay.
If it doesn't shut off and you see liquid spitting out of there, then you shut this off.
I got you.
It's spitting liquid, it's full.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know too.
But yeah, they only hold 80% of their true 100% because it expands and contracts.
Okay. That's good to know. So yeah, I was thinking that was for a grill, but so I can get an attachment and just hook up a tank right to that.
Yeah.
So I can keep that tank in there.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know because I was going to pull that whole system off of there and just have the box here with the tanks sitting in it. Now I know somebody.
Yeah, that's a T-ride. Oh, that goes up to somewhere else. I don't know exactly where. That looks like it goes right up to your regulator.
Yeah, the big one. Okay. Yeah, I know if someone rear ends me, it's
yeah, so
that'd be a big problem.
That bleeder valve's not working. See where I'm at now? I'm in the red. So that means you're full according to your gauge.
Could it be frozen or?
No, it's probably plugged with dirt and debris.
I got you.
It's got a little pinhole that lets everything out.
Okay.
Have you got a gauge inside?
I don't.
Okay.
I wanna try to somehow put one in, but I don't know how to.
Because I'm gonna let me see how many gallons it took. Do you know about how much you normally take?
I know by the amount, price amount. It's normally 30, 40 bucks.
Okay, because you're at 8.5 gallons and we're at 350 a gallon. So that's about 25.
Okay. Okay.
So,
yeah, and I know I had a little bit left in there.
Okay, because it's not spitting out.
Okay.
And I mean, I could keep squirting it, but that gauge says it's full.
Oh, I'm fine with that. It doesn't need to be completely full.
You want me to leave it off or turn it on?
Oh, you can turn it on. Yep.
But yeah, Camping World sells extended stays.
Okay.
So you can get that from them.
That's good to know.
And then it just hooks in and goes right to your bottle.
Okay.
And then this tank regulator is what regulates the pressures.
Awesome. Okay. That's some good advice. I like that.
Oh, I've been doing this for 15 years. I worked and traveled around the country, my wife and I.
Oh, nice.
And we had a motor home, and I didn't like always having to drive somewhere to fill it up. Yeah,
it's a pain in the butt.
So I had a tank. I just stuck in the back of the truck, and away I went.
Oh, there's a little little pin here.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
That's why I enforce it.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty, I'll let her know how many gallons.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, that guy was very helpful. I didn't get his name, but yeah, that was very helpful. So now I'm off to Restless Wheels in Manassas, and I'm going to go pick up 140 amp battery isolator. And I'm going to go ahead and install it today as well, I think. All right, well, I think I'm going to talk a little bit more about the project that I wanted to start working on that I discussed yesterday in my video. And then I'm going to end this video and then start it back up once I get back to home base and start doing the replacement of the battery isolator, and just kind of make that a separate video, because I think this is going on, this video here is going on a little too long, I think. No matter what I decide to do about what I talked about, the I don't know what, there's no name for it yet, but if I decide to set up some kind of fundraising or whatever to help with the process, if I decide to do that or not, I'm still going to get the land eventually, and I will open it up to individuals for free, and because I really think it's going to help a lot of people out there, and then also I think it could really spread into something that could be nationwide. And again, it's really hard to talk about it through YouTube and comments and everything. It really has to be something that needs to be talked about face to face. And I even talked a little bit about it with my mother yesterday about the whole idea, and she brought up some very good points too, which is another reason why I need to speak to a lawyer and make sure everything is kosher before I even think about doing this, because I need to protect myself as well. But she brought up a good point that if I have people on my land staying there and somebody gets hurt or whatever, there could be a lawsuit and all that kind of crap. It's unfortunate that those kind of thoughts have to be addressed, because like I said, I'm opening my land up for free for the better, you know. And it's unfortunate that somebody would actually sue me at the, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure out ways. She also brought up a good point that I could get in touch with Habitat for Humanity, and they might be able to provide me with the right kind of consultation on a project like this, because I think they have their own lawyers possibly that they do maybe pro bono work for me, or they do pro bono work for them. So and then, like I said, I think it could really help a lot of people. Also, for the fact, if something like this really does spread into something big, think about the possibilities. If you have a community set up like this in areas where you may have hurricane weathers and stuff like that. I was going to say tornadoes, but for the most part, tornadoes kind of come out of nowhere and they catch you by surprise. But at least with hurricane areas in the south, you could set up these little communities all over the place down there with tiny houses on trailer frames, and instead of being evacuated and leaving all your personal belongings in your house and everything to get totaled by a hurricane, you could just pull up with your truck and take your whole damn house and evacuate everything you own, and then come back when the storm's done and set you know, set everything back up. It's almost like common sense to me. I've been researching a little bit about that with another project. It's called the Venus Project. If you want to check it out yourself, they do have a Facebook page, and he kind of touches on a lot of the same things, and it kind of that kind of got me thinking and kind of opened my eyes with a lot of stuff that is wrong. Now, of course, again, the discussion I had with my mom about that, about setting up a open land, a free land, to help people, to make it a better society, better world, whatever you want to call it. The problem with that is that the money-hungry companies and the people with the power, they'll look at that as a threat. If you decide to do something to better mankind, and also to be able to have a bunch of people that can save their money instead of paying it on rent and mortgage and relying on the banks and for mortgages and all that shit, then their system will start to crash. If you start giving away shit, there won't be any need for money, and that would really scare those group of people. So which is why I mentioned yesterday that if the wrong people, government or whoever, sees or finds out that something like this is going on, they're going to find a way to either make it illegal. They'll go to their bought and paid for congressman and have a law passed, which would ignite the whole thing, the whole movement, or whatever you want to call it. And it's really unfortunate because like I said, something like this, it's not for myself. It's not raising money to better myself, but it's raising money that could help a group of people that, and like I said in return yesterday, in return, the money that they save, they can hopefully pay it forward and possibly start their own tiny house community rent-free for others, and it would spread. A plague would be a bad word because a plague is a negative term, but yes, it would spread like a plague, a good plague, because it's going to basically change everything, really, if you think about it. But it's really for people that have an open mind to it. I think for the most part, most of us van lifers and RV full-timers, I think we pretty much have an open mind, and we can kind of have our ideals on what is really going on and how the world really works. So I guess I'll leave it at that, and if you want to tune back into my next video, I'm going to continue today working on the battery isolator and showing you a couple of things that will help me start another project with the bumper. So tune back in. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about any discussion, let me know. And then if you have any ideas on how I could organize a group meetup or some kind of face-to-face where we can discuss this project in more detail, and possibly even video, or we even make a podcast about it, let me know that too. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. I hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I hope you see me soon. See ya. Another real quick thing I wanted to say before I end the video. Everybody talks about how fucked up and how screwed up the world is, but no one ever wants to take it upon themselves and try to change anything. They just keep dealing with it and dealing with it and dealing with it and whatever. They're only wrapped up in their own lives and their own needs and wants and everything. But what I'm trying to do, it's the complete opposite. Where I'm trying to get something together where, like I said, it'll help. Instead of being greedy and money hungry, I will be opening my land for free to others. That doesn't mean opening the land to a bunch of lazy, dare say it, trailer trash and whatnot. I want it to be open up to good people that have good heads on their shoulders and feel the same way about wanting to change the way things are. If you sit there and complain about something and expect change, but not really want to think or do anything about it, then you're no better than the people that are holding us down. In the future, I can see United States turning into shit. To be honest with you, so I don't know. So I guess I'll leave the video at this. The definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting things to change.